Welcome back. We're glad you're here, aren't we?
We are.
Thank you for having me. So we're so lucky. We live in this vibrant city. It's full of just everything, everybody. It's the most diverse city in the whole country, isn't it?
That's right.
And we can express our identities through various art forms. And our next guest is the founder of Aztec Drum and Dance, who proudly uses her artistry to showcase her roots.
Yeah, she and her group will be featured on an upcoming episode of The Expressway with Dulé Hill on PBS. It's a series that explores the transformative power of the arts. Abuela Mapi Rainflowa joins us now with more on her experience. You also go by Rain.
I like that. That's a word I can remember.
It's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, that's Frank's word. Welcome back to the show. It's so nice to see you. And tell us a little bit about this group. You have your proclamation from the city of Houston, from our last mayor, Sylvester Turner, Indigenous Peoples Day.
Correct.
And talk about the significance of this proclamation and what your group does.
Okay, Calmecac Indigenous Organization is the English way to say our name. It's actually Calmecac Tonantzin Yolelitzioc, which just means the house of Mother Earth resurrecting in the Mexica Nahuatl language of Mexico City, Tenochtitlan, before Spanish came.
Wow. That's a mouthful.
It is.
Indigenous Peoples Day took us 7 years organizing elders, teachers, professors, various community members.
Well, I love the way this is approximately 60 to 100 million people with a native Amerindian population existed 500 years ago.
No, existed approximately 60 to 110 million people. Oh yeah, that's how they said it. That is correct.
That is how they said it.
Then look how here it says the oldest digs that were found, they're dating 10,000 to 14,000 years. That's when they built the Katy Toll Road. So that was what we used. We used science and history to be able to teach about the roots of Amerindians here in Houston.
And for you, Rain, so when you use science and history, obviously your beautiful art, the performance that our viewers will see coming up, why is this such a critical piece of, as Franklin mentioned, we are the most diverse city in America,
Correct.
And diversity can't ignore our rich history.
Correct. Well, I could ask you guys, do you know why we live on the Buffalo Bayou? Why is it named Buffalo Bayou?
Oh, that's a great question. Why don't you tell us the answer?
Never thought about it?
I haven't. I guess.
Let's just use...
Guessing there were buffaloes there at one time.
Correct.
Yeah.
Over 500 years ago, because that's when things began being recorded by the Spaniards. Because when De Zavala's crew came through the Gulf Coast, that's when they found our ancestors here. So a lot of the digs and all of the things that we're doing with DNA projects through Rice University, University of Texas at Austin, it's starting to show that we have all of these trace markers of millions of people that are the descendants of the Amerindians, not just through Texas and the Americas, but also Mexico, which is part of North America. And of course, we know the 567 tribes that still exist in Canada and the United States alone.
Wow.
So it's important to understand our history to know where we're going. It's important for the descendants of all Hispanic and Latino children to know their roots are first indigenous with the encounter of European colonization. And now this is the existence that we live in, but we also know that there's a lot, we've only scratched surfaced on human history.
Oh, absolutely. Now, are a lot of people doing their DNA to find out just where they connect with all of this?
And working with Rice University and the Texas Tribal Buffalo Project, which is some of my elders, Lucille Contreras' project, here in Texas specifically, so that people can figure out which tribal lineages they come from.
It's so relevant and important now as well, because I feel like there's so much toxicity on social media and people talking about people just being very, very territorial and ignorant. I'll put that out there. Expressway with Dulé Hill.
Yes.
On the third episode, this is an incredible PBS series. By the way, Dulé Hill, he's an American actor, Psych, West Wing, Ballers, The Wonder Years reboot. So how did y'all end up on this episode of the show?
They invited us to be a part of this project, and it took them a few months to get in touch with me because I'm kind of like that, and I felt really bad. They came to Texas during the dead heat of the summer, and I told them not to. It was the heat wave. And they did 3 days of filming with us. They brought Dulé to our private property, to Buffalo Bayou Partnership, Eleanor Tinsley Park, because we danced there for years, and then also to Moody Park in Northside. So we showcased them our dance to Dulé, but we taught it to him as well. And we explained to him the significance, and so he would understand what the steps meant. It wasn't just something like making fun, but actually understanding and being a part of our circle. And we allowed cameras in our circle for the first time as well. So it's 20 years of work that my children and I established the Kalmekak, and then with various community members. And we've been in the dance for a long time, and these are very delicate things when it comes to Native American heritage. So we very, very proudly show it with a lot of respect.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
nice. That's fascinating.
Yeah, and that episode airs on May 7th, so keep an eye out
Yes.
for that on all PBS platforms. Abuela Mapi Rainflowa, thanks so much, and we're going to take a quick break because when we come back, the Houston Aztec Dance and Drum group will perform for us.
I know, so sit tight. Houston Life will be right back. All right, we're back. Welcome back to Houston Live.
Yeah, and before the break, we had a very nice chat with Abuela Mapi Rainflowa, and now she has joined her friends with the Houston Aztec Dance and Drum group. They have agreed to give us a live performance. Frank,
Nice.
Tona Tiu, which is a dance dedicated to the sun. Take it away, y'all. Wow.
Nice.
Bravo. That is fantastic. Houston Aztec Dance and Drum. Thank you very much for that. And by the way, you can catch them on the Expressway with Dulé Hill. Their episode airs next Tuesday, May 7th on PBS.
And we shared a link to learn more on our website, houstonlife.tv.